White House just announced that President Biden and the First Lady will travel to New Orleans on Monday. Now, this comes as the FBI is combing through evidence from the deadly New Year's Day attack that killed 14 people. Their focus now, an Airbnb rental where the attacker may have been staying. CBS News national reporter Kati Weis is live in New Orleans this morning. Katie, thanks for joining us. What is the latest on the investigation at that home?
Well, good morning. We're learning a few more details this morning, hour by hour, constantly getting more information. One of the things that we do know is that the FBI says that the suspect did act alone. No apparent help here in New Orleans, at least, from anyone to carry out this attack. We also know that while the investigation has been cleared here at this scene on Bourbon Street, there is still very much an active investigation, as you mentioned, at that short-term rental property that he was staying at here in New Orleans before carrying out the attack. We know that several specialized engineer teams, bomb teams, have been deployed to that residence to go take a closer look at the evidence that was discovered there. We're still working to find out more information about the specifics of the kind of evidence that has been found. But we do know that, according to the FBI, the suspect did plant two different explosive devices right here in the French Quarter, not far from Bourbon Street, where this attack took place. Those explosive devices were placed, concealed rather, into coolers and then kind of put to the side on a sidewalk right here in the French Quarter. We know that some passerbys even took a look at them before the attack took place. We have seen some of that on surveillance video, according to officials. So some very interesting developments. Some sources, law enforcement sources, do tell us that those pipe bombs were rudimentary and they were made with things like shrapnel and other metal type objects. So a lot more details will be coming out, and we'll be standing by for anything else that the officials will be willing to provide every morning or every hour this morning. Michael.
Now, Katie, Bourbon Street back open yesterday, just in time for the Sugar Bowl. And while it was safe and a lot of people had a good time, there are a lot of new safety precautions in place. Talk to us about that.
Yes. Well, you know, I was here all day yesterday, too, covering the developments as they were unfolding. And once Bourbon Street was reopened, it was very clear just how intense and beefed up the security is here in the French Quarter. I mean, you cannot walk a single block without seeing some type of law enforcement officer. That's definitely a different type of scene than maybe before this attack took place, where you might see an officer every, few blocks or so. Also, we have seen helicopter patrols as well. Yesterday, during the Sugar Bowl, I saw helicopters circling around the Superdome to make sure to keep an eye on things from an aerial point of view. Also, even beyond the French Quarter, there are several roads that are blocked to through traffic. I live not too far from here. It was hard for me to drive home. It took me a lot longer to get back to my apartment simply because of all of these closed roads. So a lot of measures have been taking place. We also know finally that bomb-sniffing dogs have been taking a look at the French Quarter as well. So police are assuring people, if you're coming here for any kind of fun event, tourist event, you will be safe. That's what they say.
All right, Kati Weis on the ground in New Orleans. Thanks.